My father was a military man, and so back in Vietnam, we traveled with our father, and we stayed at different army base. And one night, we got attacked by what they call Viet Cong. Everybody got killed, except I got injured pretty badly. And they took me to American base hospital. He wanted to adopt me back then, but he couldn't because he was too young, and he was single. So he had his parents adopted me. So he was working at that hospital as a medic. And he's the one that took me in and sent me to the States. I came straight here from Vietnam in December of '70. I was in 3rd grade. That's when my parents put me in. Kind of hardly speak English, and I loved gym, even though back then our leg wasn't that good, you know. But I was able to learn how to run in it. I think I was playing soccer, and one of the gym teachers go, "Would you like to ski?" I say, at first I didn't know what she's talking about. I said, "Yeah, whatever it is, I'll do it."
The ARCH program is an adaptive recreation program that is hospital-based. We provide opportunities for children to participate in various different types of outdoor recreational activities. So the program has been around since 1967. It has evolved from starting as being primarily a winter sports program to now also incorporating sports throughout the year.
Nice!
And that's the overall goal of ARCH, to just keep them out there and to keep them as active as they possibly can to enjoy the world, so that they feel that I'm just another one out there enjoying the ski day, the rock climbing day, the basketball, the biking, whatever that they can do.
As a child, I didn't really want people to know that I have an artificial leg. But with the program, you see that everybody got all different kind of disability, and then you fit right in it. You go, hey, this is cool. I don't have to hide anything, And so I think it's really good to bring all the kids together and all different kind of disability. You don't have to be shy about it. You don't have to hide anything.
The psychological improvement and the motivation in these kids is just amazing from this program.
I also like to have the confidence to know that I can do this and say to myself, I know I can do it. I know I can do it.
There isn't a, well, I don't know if it's going to work. It's a, no, we're going to figure this out.
Did it!
I always wanted to compete. Back then we used bamboo, instead of these plastic pole that we use for racing, and they stick them to the ground. I say, what are those bamboo trees growing on a slope for? And he go, what? And then he started laughing, and ever since then he started making fun of me about bamboo trees growing on a ski slope. After that, he said, come on, you're a racer. I'm gonna make you a racer. So from then on, every weekend we go up there and all we do is train.
ARCH removes barriers in that we really don't have any. Every person comes in and we will do whatever we need to do to accomplish what goals they have. Sometimes we may refine those goals, but we'll do whatever that we need to do to make it happen. It's always that we're just working to get you out there so that you're having fun and we're pushing your abilities as much as possible. And I think we're pretty successful at that.
I notice a lot more confidence, that I think he feels like because he has some limitations that he won't be able to do what the other kids do, because it's always about what he sees other people doing. But with a program like this, that all just seems to melt away, and it's all about what can I do and how can I achieve my goals.
I've seen just that idea of I can and I will be fostered in him profoundly. When he climbed his first wall, there was a definite spark of wow, if I can do that, I can pretty much do anything I want to. And that's pretty special as a dad.
I have 4 kids, and then they're all grown up, start getting bored. Then my wife go, why don't you go volunteer with Children's Hospital? Do something. I said, hey, this sounds like a good idea. I think I will.
He's fun, he's funny.
I am?
He teases me sometimes, but nice.
Are you saying that because we're on camera?
Yeah.
All my life, as a young teenager, that we always take from all the other instructor. I feel like it's time for me just to give it back and hoping one of the students that I pick up, they would get that drive too and not want to do something, not just skiing, recreation, but want to compete, want to go beyond skiing.
It's a good feeling going fast. Feels like flying.
What go through your mind when, say for example, like today on Larry's Sail, one of the steepest part, the blue, you look at it and you go, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? Come on, tell the truth.
I think it's steep and I'm gonna fall, but...
Yeah, well, she made it through. You spend weeks and weeks trying to get them to do something, to go to a different run or to try this or try that, and they're resisting, and finally they did it. You go, whoa, you did it.
I think it gives kids a chance to do something that maybe sometimes they can't do, but in a helpful way.
When I see Andy on the wall, I have an enormous sense of pride because I know this is a kid who's been through a lot of really difficult times, and I know that he is overcoming some fears that he has, some anxiety that he has, physical limitations that he has, but he's up there and he's trying because he knows that with the support of the volunteers and with this program, he can do it.
I think it's really changed a lot of the kids that come in and they're cautious at first, and then they realize, hey, I can do this. And it's made me open my thought process and looking at people's abilities, and hey, there's nothing we can't do. We're gonna tear these barriers down and we're gonna make it work.
It's something challenging and different, but there is always will I make it to the top? I'm scared of that. But when I do, I'm really happy. So it's very fun.
I hope it gives them a sense of accomplishment and pride because their disability is actually opening a door for them to be able to do things that they could never do before.
I think ours have changed their lives, especially the ones that come back year after year because they really enjoy it and they find that it's really fun.
I know that my son is doing something that makes him feel proud. And it's one thing as a parent to feel proud of what your child is accomplishing, but knowing that your kid is proud of himself is something that is beyond words. And that is thanks to Arch.
55 years of helping kids out in this fashion is something really special. I mean, they've had some kids, generations of kids graduate out of here, and here's to 55 more years. Plus, keep it going. This is awesome.